Hello there and welcome back to my channel. This is Lexi, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Today I just wanted to share a quick video with you sharing my very first junk journal. I have never made a junk journal before, but have been wanting to for quite some time, and I was super just inspired here recently by a few ladies here on YouTube. First, my friend Dawn at Dawn H Creates. I'll go ahead and leave a link to Dawn's channel in the description box below if you don't know her. Here not too long ago, she shared a altered book, Christmas themed book that she had made, and it was just so beautiful. I just really love her style. She, also like myself loves, all things vintage. And I just loved how she put the book together. I kind of like, sort of just the freedom, that altered book or junk journaling has, where you can just, use different things that you like, and combine them all together, and it just looks really great. So I really, really, loved, the project that she shared. Also, I, have been so inspired by Cheaply Chic here on YouTube. If for some reason you don't know her, I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box below. She is just so talented, and every month she releases some junk journals that she sells in her Etsy shop. And every month I am always just so amazed. They're so beautiful, and just, the detail that she puts into them, and the thought, I just absolutely love them so much. They're just gorgeous. And again, I like the idea, the size that she makes them is very similar, to the size that I made mine. And I was watching a video of hers recently, and she said, what she enjoys about them is that they are manageable. They're not overwhelming. So I believe she said her books have 15 full pages, so 30 small pages when they're in half, and so it's perfect to use for like a month, or if you're not able to do an individual month in one, you can just take your time with it. The pages aren't super huge, so it's not overwhelming. I really liked when she said that. I was like, oh, that's so true, because so often, we don't have time to sit down and do really lengthy projects, but, we can sometimes just take a few minutes to do a page or two. And so just really, that really resonated with me when she said that. So here we go. I will stop rambling and get into my project. So this is, like I said, very similar to the size that she makes. I believe it is about 8 inches by, I think I did 8 by 4. Is that what I did? Yeah, 8 inches by, I think I did like 4.25 inches, a little bit bigger than 4 inches. And it is traveler notebook style, I would say. So the paper pad that I used for this was this really pretty authentic paper pad that I picked up from Michael's last year. And I just love it. I did one project with this, but I love the colors, and so I was happy to use that. So my plan for this project is to use it as sort of a little vacation journal. So here in a couple weeks, over Valentine's Day and President's Day, we are just doing a long weekend away, kind of a little staycation, not going real far, but just far enough away to get away and, just do some fun stuff with the kids. So this, my plan with this is to go ahead and journal some of the fun things that we'll be doing. So to close it, I just used a little piece of this kind of dainty ribbon. It's not attached. I'm kind of undecided if I should attach it to the back or not. And then I just used a cut apart from that paper pad. I love, the vintage feels to authentic. And so just these little kids out, in the snow feeding the birds. And I sewed that on there and just laid it up with this little just paper piece in the background. And then I sewed on a little piece of lace trim and this really pretty navy velvet. I just thought that all went really nicely together. And then this is just a little charm that I had with a little bow. I just thought that kind of added an extra little touch. I believe I think I did 14 pages. So I did a little stamping and gold embossing with this little snowflake set. This is a set, here it is. So it is called Winter. It's from Close to My Heart. It is an old set. I picked it up at a Stamp and Scrap garage sale, but it does have these really pretty snowflakes on there. And so I just did a little gold embossing, added a little extra little scrap I had from a vintage book page, some sort of children's writing paper. I added a little bit of just these little heart background stamps. These I had picked up from Goodwill here not too long ago. It was just kind of a set of miscellaneous background stamps, but I thought those little hearts would be perfect since we are going to be on our little vacation over Valentine's Day. Just added a little pocket with a little tag there. This is a little vintage piece of a book. It's actually, let me see, here it is. It is a vintage workbook that I picked up at the thrift store. It's called As Days Goes By. It is a 2nd grade reader, and I just sort of took the center page out. So these are just really great. It's a great size to use in a junk journal because you can just use the one page, you know, and fold it in half. So yeah, love that. Of course, love the color in there. So use that. What else? So this is some vintage sort of typewriter paper. It's a little bit more see-through and has a cool texture to it. I picked that up at the thrift store. This page I just added a scrap piece of the same paper that I used for the cover, and I stitched that on. Some graph paper, another page of that children's writing paper. Here's another little gold foil snowflake. I did do just one glassine type bag, and this is just another little cut apart from the paper pad. I thought that would be fun to like maybe put a picture on the back or just even mat something and do a little journaling there. More of those little hearts. I just love those little hearts. I didn't want to add too much just since I don't know yet you know, what else I'll be adding to it as far as photos or other, you know, things from our little vacation. So here is another vintage book page, some more graph paper. I love how when I did that embossing on the paper, you can kind of see through it on the other side. I think that's kind of cool. This is my center, so I did a little embossing on both ends there, and then this is a cut apart from the paper pad, and it just says, "If hugs were snowflakes, I'd wish you a blizzard." I love that. And I just used some, this is just some cotton twine. That's what I decided to use. I did not have any embroidery floss, so I thought I would give that a go, and it seems to work okay. We'll see how it holds up as I do the journaling. Added just a little bit of that stamp on the side. Like I said, it is plain. I left this closed, thinking maybe I will mat something here. But I also like the idea to maybe cut that and have another little tuck spot. Here's another leftover little scrap of that vintage book page. And some more graph paper there. This page, I had the embossed snowflake there and did a little pocket. Here is this little tag that I made. This really cute library card stamp I actually picked up at the thrift store as well. Let me see. Here is that set. So this set is called, it is called Stamp of Authenticity by Stampin' Up. They are the rubber-backed stamps. And I got this set. It was unassembled. And so I just had to assemble the, you know, red rubber onto the backs there. But this stamp set was from 2006. And it comes with all sorts of really cool kind of this. I love this little order stamp. Here's a really cute little ticket. So lots of just kind of really cool little stamps. So I was happy to finally get to use that. I picked it up quite a while ago. Here is more of that typewriting paper, more of that lovely book, a little bit more stamping there, and a little bit more of the embossed snowflakes there. So that is how my sort of empty junk journal looks. I did have just a couple of things tucked in the back the back of the book here that I came across while I was working that I thought I might use. So these are some of those tickets that I stamped out and just kind of left in a row there. We plan to go to a hockey game on our little trip, so I thought that might be kind of good. Just a little doily, I thought, for Valentine's Day. This little donut, I think was on a birthday card or something that I got, and I just thought it was so cute. The town that we are staying in, they have sort of a little locally famous donut shop, and I hope that we get a chance to bring the boys there so they can pick out a super fun donut. This is just a little vellum tag that says love that I thought might go along. And then this is a little vintage old maid playing card with this little lifeguard Louie. The hotel that we are at has a really fun little pool for kids, so I thought maybe that might go along with some pictures or something too. So I just tucked these in the back so that when we are done with our trip, I will have those to use if I want to. So yeah, that was everything I wanted to share, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will definitely hop back on here after our little trip and after I get things back to hopefully share with you the finished junk journal with all of the lovely junk in it. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.